confessing his sins. I need some good news. 10 years sipping on cold fruit. Nobody knows what I'm going through, but the devil ain't walking my shoes. Wish someone told me living this life would be lonely. Trying to get away from the old me. Still start singing these blues. All I really need is a little good news. Love keeps knocking, but I just stay home. I ain't picking no fight.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland and M&T Bank Stadium. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to keep the drive alive 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Now it's Jackson. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. The veteran Kyle Van Noy in there to drop him. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 32-yard line. Inside handoff, Henry wiggles free. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. From the 22 now, here's 2nd down and 1. They'll run it again with Henry. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. We're scoreless after 1. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, Henry trucks over him. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. I'm surprised that they ran it there, but the end justified the means, I guess.
Both of us are surprised that they ran it there. The NFL is not a league where you run the ball on 3rd and that much yardage. I like their fortitude in the call, though. They had something that they saw, and they went with it, and it's paid off in a nice way.
They'll run with Mitchell. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
Sometimes you get a first and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on first down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
Ready?
Jackson and the Ravens come up now first and 10 right at the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
13. Sit up.
Jackson now. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And Jackson going to have the first down as he will get to the ground to avoid the contact. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So here's a first and 10 at the 38. Henry up the middle, trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
To throw is Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. They keep it with Henry on first down. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. The Georgia man, Roquan Smith, came in and got it.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Second and 12. Jackson from the shotgun. He finds Aguilar over the middle. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Here's Jackson. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson hooking up with Mark Andrews. And the Ravens will extend their lead here just before halftime. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. That's going deep for Bateman. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He's going to let it go again. And that's going to be incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Welcome to Baltimore's Inner Harbor. 70,000 plus have filled M&T Bank Stadium since 1998, the home of the Ravens. The veteran Chris Boswell ready to get things going. And off we go here in Baltimore. And no chance to return this. Through the end zone for a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. First carry for one of the league's best workhorses, Derrick Henry. Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's a second and 9. From the gun, Jackson. Oh, intercepted on the second play of the game. Picked up by Mika Fitzpatrick.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
And that one is complete along the boundary. Good job of getting those feet in bounds.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch.
That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. George Pickens. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
All week, we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver. But, Mike, the part that people don't give enough credit to, in order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time. And what a great job by the offensive line, allowing the quarterback to be comfortable enough in the pocket, let those deeper routes develop, be on time and accurate with the ball. And that's why this play is going to be a highlight all week. Let's give the big guys up front some credit.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line.
No, we changed it. 180. Shut up.
On 1st and 10, Jackson.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
Shut up.
On the give, here's Henry. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. I think he's going to lose a yard.
Number one rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job of holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
And he is very close to the first down, but eyeball, he is shy of it. And they say it's 4th and inches. On 4th down, they snap it to Jackson. To the 20. And he will go all the way. Nelson Aguilar. Touchdown, Ravens. Now Justin Tucker for the point after. His kick is good. And the Ravens will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. So back to level after the touchdown. In time for the kickoff. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll come up here. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
That's Washington, the man in motion. Now a first carry for the Alabama product, Najee Harris. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on.
The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. He's got his man, complete to Wilson. And he's going to have the Steelers first down on what will be a big play there on 4th and long. So some early intrigue as we have reached the end of the first quarter. All even on the scoreboard. We'll be back in Baltimore after this. From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
you. Don't jump. Ready? Alpha, 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 alpha. Good night.
They go play action with Fields. Now he'll run. Good decision to take off. He gets 15 yards and a first down.
Mike, this is the element to the position that this guy brings that's just so unique across the league. Not only the speed, but his ability to operate in the open field as a runner. It is hard for a defense to plan for a guy like this.
That's over the middle and intercepted. It's the safety, Kyle Hamilton.
Yo.
Pistol formation with Jackson. There's a short one caught by Andrews.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
They face second down and 7. Back near his goal line, Jackson. He'll tuck it and take off. A great job of knowing when to go. He gets 17 yards on that run and a first down. On the handoff, it's Henry. Second and 7. Lamar going to work from the pistol. Pressure gets there, and down he goes. Got to get it to the 30. Here comes third down. In the pistol, Jackson ready. He gets that to the veteran Aguilar. And he'll be taken down past the 40-yard line. They'll run it on first down with Henry. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
Second down, Jackson. Off-balance throw, it's complete. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. Jackson now to throw on first down. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. And the defense has him.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is
under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
This is what you don't want to see out of your quarterback. As that pocket starts to collapse, the good ones, they can keep their eyes downfield and feel the rush. They don't need to see the rush. Here, his eyes go down. He starts moving around the pocket. Nowhere to go with the ball, and they bring him down for a sack.
Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable third down, getting some good yardage on that second down play.
Here we go. You good? Right.
From the shotgun, it's Fields. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. Now here's a timeout. They're going to take it with 8 seconds remaining until the break. Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for first and 10.
Here we go, son. Go.
Working out of the gun, it's Fields. He'll let this go for Pickens. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Stevens. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play here in this first half. So, one touchdown apiece for our two teams. 7-7 on the board here at the break. As we'll get you down to Orlando now. That's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, and our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
That's Washington, the man in motion. This drive begins with a run by Harris. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's 2nd and 6.
Here we go, tonight. Chip Slam. Tonight.
Play action now for Fields. He'll air it out deep for Wilson. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. That is a big-time play for the Steelers. 33 yards.
Here we go. Tonight.
A run. Here's Harris. He's taken down just shy of the 10.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you could have 2 or 3 that could all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds.
Here we go. Right.
And he's going the wrong way. Dropped back at the 7.
And you could tell pretty quickly, Mike, that once the quarterback started chopping his feet, that there was nowhere for him to go. Great job by the defense, not only reading quarterback run, but getting him down behind the line.
Here we go, son. Right.
Fields from the gun on 3rd down. He's got it at the 3. And he's in. Calvin Austin. Touchdown, Steelers.
That just feels like a big drive, doesn't it, Mike? Here in the second half, you got a tie ball game. Now you're able to get out in front. Let's see how this other team responds, having to play from behind.
We got a ton of time, Greg, but a little momentum feel. Come out of the locker room, take the lead. Now it's up to the other team to climb uphill. So great way, perfect way to get this second half started. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. This one taken at the 7. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line.
Wanna quit?
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Hey, report. 180.
From the shotgun, here's Jackson. That's downfield, and he's got Andrews, his tight end. Terrific start to this drive. Gain of 23 and a 1st down.
Hey, officer, what?
Now it's Jackson. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend. So Give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
Jackson now on second down. Oh, he coughs up the football. One of the Steelers has it. Well, the ball comes out, and the scramble for it, it ends up becoming a turnover, and the offense walks off the field disappointed with that fumble.
Mike, when you look at a stat sheet at the end of the game and you want to determine which team wins and which team loses, at the top of the list is ball security. Which team does a better job protecting it and which team does a better job taking it away. Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go.
Here we go.
You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
That's caught by the tight end, Darnell Washington. First time they've looked his way all game long. He comes through with the grab and a first down.
Here we go.
Off the play action, here's Fields. And that is incomplete. They couldn't hook up there as time has expired. The third quarter has come to an end. They'll try again here. Second and 10.
Here we go, son.
Throwing again. Fields on second and 10. Hit as he threw it. The pass is incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far. So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Hardy now with the return. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
180. Shot.
Throwing Jackson. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And out of bounds, but in business. They're going to have it first and goal inside the 5.
Go. Get on, up. Get on.
From the gun, Jackson. That is caught, and he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
2 plays at their disposal, but they'd love to get it right here on third and goal. They'll try and run, and here's Henry. And he will score! Game on! Derrick Henry, touchdown Baltimore. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. And this one is fielded in the end zone. Will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30.
we go, son.
They'll start this on the ground, and it's Harris. And he works his way through an opening. Up past the 35. Nice run for 8 on that one. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2.
Here we go. March right. Right.
Fields now. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
Here we go, son.
Fields. That'll be caught by the running back, Warren. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense. You don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock, but the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the 4th quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that 3rd down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up 1st downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again.
He'll let this go for Pickens. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Alpha, 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 alpha. Here we go.
They'll drop to throw. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he's in. Darnell Washington. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
And that's exactly how you stress all week, finishing a game. Get the ball and leave no doubt. But that late touchdown, Mike, that should all but just seal this victory away.
On for the extra point is Boswell. The kick is good. And the Steelers go up by 10. 24-14 is their lead. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Hardy now with the return. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. They'll come up for 1st and 10.
Ready, shot. Get on.
Now, Jackson. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
Yo.
Here comes 2nd down.
Hey. Shot.
Back to throw, Jackson. He's going to let this one go deep. Oh, the defender able to get his head around and intercepted. Picked off by Mika Fitzpatrick. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And that should be the final dagger in this one. I mean, barring something dramatic happening here, Mike, I just don't think there's enough time or possessions left in this game to pull off any sort of comeback.
And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Hardy now with the return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. First and 10.
Ready. Get on.
They'll They'll start out on the ground with Henry. Not much happening there, just a short game. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Jackson. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
So this one, a win for the visiting Steelers. They're able to get the job done in front of a hostile crowd as they come away with the victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everyone. Welcome to the historic Inner Harbor of Baltimore, Maryland. Just a stone's throw away, you find M&T Bank Stadium, the home of the Ravens. The perennial Pro Bowler, Justin Tucker, has it on the tee. And off we go, here in Baltimore. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. Now the first carry for King Henry. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
We met with these coaches during the week, Mike. They told us the emphasis this week about getting the run game going early. And we see it here. Nice first play pickup. Fresh set of downs.
And he does not want to go down. Somehow he turned that into a gain of 6.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
That's caught. Derrick Henry. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line.
Scramble rules. Every team has them, and the teams that execute them the best, that's where the big plays come. It's exactly the case here. Great job by the running back, sensing his quarterback move from the pocket. Stay in phase, be friendly, throw for the quarterback, and once he gets the ball in his hands, he can do the rest. The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. No motion over Flowers. Out of the gun, here's a give to Henry. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard. Now the Ravens use their first timeout.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
Jackson on 3rd and 2. The pass pulled in by Henry. He is in. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
There is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. First down, they'll start the drive with Henry. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
I think this is something that we can expect to see here, especially early, Mike, as this team gets into a rhythm. They want to lean on this run game. They feel like they have a lot of advantages over this defense, and you can see from the first play here why they feel that way.
On first down, they'll stay on the ground with Henry. Down the sideline to the 20. And he's going to take this all the way home. Big play out of the running game as the back accelerates all the way to the house for the rushing touchdown.
And, Mike, when we talk about burst, that's what we're talking about. And they told us all week, be ready for this guy. He's got something special to him. And that long touchdown there is exactly what they're talking about.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. This is Henry. Tough running there. He's up to the 32. That is Nnamdi Madubuike there to bring him down. Second down and 8. Gonna go right back to Henry. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. Harris Evans on the scoreboard. We'll be back in Baltimore after this. Third and 5.
Hey, middle. Sit up.
To throw is Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation. And for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on fourth down. On fourth down, they snap it to Jackson. And that is not going to work. Incomplete, and they turn it over on downs.
You know, I think there's certain times, Mike, throughout the game that call for a very aggressive style of play. I'm just not quite sure if this was one of those situations, but I guess we'll see how it plays out throughout the rest of the game.
On the handoff, running is Henry. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down. They'll run out of the gun with Henry. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Jackson now. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
3rd and short, Jackson. This one caught at the 4. And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up 1st and goal.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
The Ravens now going to use their final timeout. Ball at the 3, 2nd down and goal. Again, it'll be Henry. That one only good for a gain of 1 to the 2 to set up 3rd and goal. Two minutes to play. First half, all tied at 7. We'll come back to Baltimore after this. Once more from the 2. 3rd and goal. Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Here's Jackson. And this will pay off. It is caught. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Jackson looking to throw. A throw left side, but it's incomplete. Zay Flowers, the intended receiver, and it'll be 2nd down. He'll look to throw. He'll look for Flowers downfield. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the 3rd or 4th read, in this case, The defender has already put himself in position. Jump that route, challenge the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
A first down throw for Jackson. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. He'll try and get there on the ground.
And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
Fourth down, Jackson. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. One of the Ravens has it.
This one's going to be tough to stomach. I mean, all he has to do is just hold on to the ball, and they've got a fresh set of downs. He was past the yard to gain, but unfortunately, even though they gave up the first down initially, the defense was determined to get off the field one way or another, and they found a way to do just that.
Off the play fake, Jackson. Now here's another ball that's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. We saw it earlier, the defense on the quarterback with the earlier interception. And now, Greg, not only do they pick him, they turn it into a pick six.
And, Mike, the reality is this has just been a bad first half throwing the football. I mean, not only is it his second interception, but this time the defense gets their hands on the ball, and they're able to take it all the way back for the pick six.
The clock showing 5 seconds remaining in this half as the kick's away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's second down. So we've reached halftime, and the visiting Ravens are in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando now, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Here's Henry. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's second down. Play action now. Jackson. Oh, trying to keep the play alive, but it is intercepted. Picked off by Ardarius Washington.
So we saw in the first half, Mike, they were willing to take some risks. It allowed them to build this halftime lead. Now the opposing sideline, they're looking to fight back. They're looking to cut that lead down. That's what that coverage seemed. It looked like they baited that quarterback to force that errant throw and lead to that turnover. Now it's their offense coming back on the field with a chance to cut this deficit.
Off-balance throw. It's complete. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. On first and 10, Jackson. is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be second down.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
He's going to run it. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
Go right here. Hey.
Jackson now to throw on first down. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future.
Catch made there, left side by Walker. And he will score.
We all make such a big deal, Mike, when we see a quarterback go through his progression and deliver a deep downfield strike for a touchdown. But sometimes, just take what's easy, the easy pitch and catch, get an underneath completion. That's exactly what the quarterback does here. Takes what the defense gives them, and you have a playmaker like that on the outside, they can do the rest with their feet after the catch, and the end result is still a touchdown.
Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. First and 10 now from the 36. On the ground, here's Keaton Mitchell. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's a second and 6. Throwing Jackson. That's into the hands of Flowers. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. They'll try to run for it with Mitchell. He will have a Ravens first down by a couple of yards. Give him 4 yards. It was 3rd and 2 as they convert.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
They'll run it on first down with Henry. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Defensive coaches preach every day, Mike, swarm to the ball. Get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible. And this is a great reason why. The ball carrier is able to make the first guy miss, but it was the pursuit from the rest of the defense that's able to get him down and keep him to no gain.
That is left side and caught by Flowers. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So, 3 quarters now in the books. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. They'll work straight ahead with Henry. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. From the gun, Jackson. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Stevens. And the Ravens force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense. You're defending your own goal line. You got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Pistol give to Henry. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. They'll motion over Flowers. He'll go again here with Henry. And he'll weave his way down close to that first down. Going to come up just a little shy. It's going to be 3rd down and short. He'll try and run for this with Henry. And he's not going to get the first down. They met him, brought him down in the backfield on 3rd and short.
Well, this seems pretty straightforward. 3rd and 1, just dial up a run play and run straight downhill. But this defense had other plans. They were ready and expecting that run, and they're able to take the ball carrier down for a loss.
And it comes to 4th and 2. Now it's Jackson. He finds his receiver. That's Bateman. And they're going to get the first down. They were forced to go for it, and it's going to work out for them. He's going to air this one out. That ball broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on first down. Couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2-minute. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point. And after that first down incompletion, it just makes things that much harder.
Hey, middle. You at X.
They'll drop to throw. Open man, that's Bateman downfield. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. To the air one more time with Jackson. Open man is Bateman. He's got him. And it's a touchdown. They have gotten to within 1. And a 2-point conversion can give them the lead here in the final minute.
All right, so Mike, now the interesting thing is, do you want to take the lead with still enough time for your opponent to get the ball back to go to try to win it? I think I'm kicking the extra point here, tie the game. I don't want my opponent in a fast 2-minute mode to try to win this game in regulation. Now I'm playing for overtime.
Big moment here for the Ravens as they will go for the 2-point conversion. And he is going the wrong way. Tackled back at the 7. A 1-score game late. You figure they got to have this one as they'll try an onside kick.
With the rule changes on kickoff, Mike, it's just so hard to really expect to recover an onside kick nowadays. There's a lot of people pushing for kind of a radical change to this. Hey, can we make it 4th and 15? Offense gets the go. If they convert it, they keep the ball. I'm not sure that ever happens, but we can see here an onside kick, not much of a chance.
Now, Jackson. Flowers with the catch. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Now the Ravens use their first timeout. Get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to go in this one. They'll run. It's Henry. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their second. Clock stops. 46 seconds to go. Here's a second and 9. Back to throw. Jackson. That's caught. Derrick Henry. And he'll be taken down.
And after that first down throw, Mike, it's really a deflating moment of the defense. They understood the urgency of getting off the field and getting the ball back to their offense. Here we are under 2 minutes in a one-possession game.
Well, a touchdown here could be the capper to a victory. It is first and goal. This defense back up, but stepping up. No gain on the play. It stays at the 3.
Well, after being stopped for no gain on first down on the ground, Mike, it brings up the question. Second and goal from the 2, what do? I like throwing it. I don't like waiting till third down to air the ball out. So if they want to take a shot at the end zone, I think it's got to be here on second and goal.
Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their second. And they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
Hey, report.
Henry tries to pull his way in. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. Extra point try now for Tucker. He's got it. And the Ravens are going to open up the lead to 8. Down to the final few seconds of this one as the kick is away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. Here's first and 10.
Hey, Alpha, it's hot. It's hot. Middle. Sit up.
And the pistol. Jackson ready. Now a shot here, deep middle. And that's going to be incomplete. The defense holds here in the final minute, and they're going to get out of here with a victory. So it is a win here for the visitors, the Ravens. They proved much the best in this one. Again, a solid performance in all 3 phases of the game, and ride that to victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.
Broken glass of a bottle makes a jagger rock. Right now I got 2 shaky hands, only one way to stop. And I haven't touched it for 7 hours, 3 minutes.